Because INFJs are compassionate and adaptive, some individuals believe they can dominate the whole INFJ population. However, when an INFJ unleashes its Sigma nature, others are unsure of how to handle them. Sigma INFJs are unpredictable and cunning when upset, which surprises their oppressors. Here are 10 odd things that an INFJ Sigma does when they are angry. Then intuitive reevaluation is number 10. Sigma INFJs naturally turn to their thoughts and emotions in order to better understand themselves and their experiences, since they are very introspective people. When they feel angry, it serves as a strong emotional trigger that upends their customary tranquility. Sigma INFJs are compelled to use intuitive reevaluation to restore equilibrium and discover a solution as a result of this disturbance. They naturally look inside to investigate the origins of their rage, examining the circumstances that led to the issue and challenging their responses. Sigma INFJs hope to develop understanding of their emotions through this method, evaluate whether their borders and ideals are in harmony, and pinpoint probable remedies to deal with the root of their rage. They are better able to control their emotions and make decisions that are in line with their general well-being and personal development thanks to intuitive evaluation. 9. A violent eruption of passion will occur. Although they are accustomed to maintaining a cool and collected attitude, their fury has the power to elicit strong feelings that emerge as passionate outbursts. A high sense of justice and fairness may be seen in Sigma INFJs, and when they believe that their ideals or values are being disregarded, their fury may be aroused. This strong emotional reaction results from their fervent attachment to their convictions and steadfast dedication to what they see as morally and ethically correct. Additionally, it gives Sigma INFJs a way to stand up for themselves and be heard. It conveys their resolve and tenacity to defend their convictions. Through this emotional expression, they are able to transform their rage into a force for good, persuading others to join their cause, or correcting the injustice they see. Do you, as a Sigma INFJ, likewise fervently show your rage in words or deeds? 8th, they will commence the quiet course of action. When Sigma INFJs are angry, they frequently turn to silence as a coping mechanism. This activity is a result of a confluence of their personality features and a desire for self-examination. As introverts, Sigma INFJs frequently internalize their feelings. When someone is furious, they could withdraw inside themselves to process their emotions and recover emotional equilibrium. The silent treatment gives individuals the opportunity to carve themselves some alone time to assess the issue, consider their feelings, and choose the best course of action. Additionally, INFJs have a great need for sincerity and connection. They could be trying to prevent themselves from saying or doing anything they would later regret by retreating and keeping quiet. Before discussing or expressing their rage to others, they try to avoid conflict and look for solutions within themselves. 7th, an analytical breakdown will be provided. When Sigma INFJs become enraged, their analytical side takes over, forcing them to analyze the circumstances that contributed to their emotional reaction. The Sigma INFJs broke down the analysis by looking at the timeline of events, the actions and intentions of people involved, as well as any prospective outcomes. They seek a thorough comprehension of the dynamics at work, figuring out any trends, inconsistencies, or underlying problems that led to their rage. This analytical breakdown has several functions. Sigma INFJs can analyze their feelings and ideas in a systematic way, which helps them see things clearly and from a different viewpoint. Additionally, it aids people in identifying alternative solutions, assessing the results of their acts, and coming to wise conclusions about how to rationally and tactfully deal with the root of their rage. What are the effects of engaging in unpredictable behavior and making hasty decisions? As a Sigma INFJ, the 6th technique is the art of manipulative withdrawal. INFJs are adept communicators who have the power to sway people with their words and deeds. Sigma INFJs aren't known for being very manipulative, but that doesn't mean they can't. When provoked, they are more prone to react with reflection, intuitive reevaluation, or impassioned outbursts based on their firmly held beliefs. They could briefly withdraw in order to process their feelings and find emotional equilibrium, but this is not done with the intention of manipulating you. Rather, it is a natural tendency for introspection and self-reflection. There is a dualistic passive aggression, which brings us to number 5. Introspection, intuitive reevaluation, or strong displays of their feelings and convictions are more likely to be the normal responses of Sigma INFJs when they become enraged. They may briefly withdraw to digest their feelings, but this isn't usually done to be passive hostile. Instead, it is a compulsion for emotional processing and self-reflection. When enraged, a Sigma INFJ may act passively aggressively. This conduct may be a result of internal coping methods, taught behaviors, or events in the past. But do these subtly defiant behaviors by a Sigma INFJ make other people puzzled and confused of how to react? 4. There will be meticulous attention to every detail. Sigma INFJs have a propensity for perfectionism and a need for order in their work. Their attention to detail sharpens as they try to fully study and comprehend the scenario. When they are angry, they want to make sure that their feelings and responses are based on knowledge of the relevant details and facts. Additionally, Sigma INFJs use their enhanced attention to detail as a coping method when they are angry. In the middle of their emotional upheaval, they obtain a sense of control and clarity by carefully going through all the many parts and features of the event. It enables people to organize their rage, identify soulless behavior, and concentrate on particulars rather than get overwhelmed by the broader circumstance. The need for justice and fairness in the Sigma INFJ might also be linked to the heightened attention to detail. They are looking for any unreported or ignored information that may have fueled their rage, ensuring that several elements are taken into account when attempting to resolve or comprehend a situation. The anger of the inner critic is number 3. INFJs who are Sigmas have a well-developed inner critic, an internal critic that assesses their ideas, deeds, and behaviors while holding them to high standards. This inner critic may become more vocal and harsher when they are angry, heightening their self-judgment. They have a propensity to be self-critical and hold themselves accountable to their own standards, which leads to the wrath of the inner critic. Their inner critic may criticize them when they believe their anger was unwarranted or that they did not manage the issue well, pointing forth apparent defects or deficiencies. This self-critical reaction results from the Sigma INFJ's quest of excellence and desire for personal development. If they believe they haven't lived up to their standards, they may feel disappointed or frustrated, which makes them more critical of themselves when they're angry. Does this internal conflict further exacerbate your emotional condition as an INFJ Sigma and make it challenging for you to find a solution? Second, they will withdraw inside themselves. As introverts, Sigma INFJs get their energy from inside. They may retreat to solitude while feeling angry in order to refuel and achieve emotional equilibrium. They may digest their strong emotions, think about the problem, and find clarity within the chaos in a secure and calm environment like solitude. Additionally, Sigma INFJs have a high need for sincerity and connection. When angry, people may escape into solitude to avoid saying or doing anything they would later regret. In the thick of the situation, before participating in dialogue or venting their rage to others, they prefer to avoid conflict and look for solutions within themselves. Sigma INFJs can use their preferred techniques for processing emotions when they are alone, such as keeping a journal, practicing meditation, or using creative outlets. They are given the chance to thoroughly examine their feelings and discover constructive means of dealing with their rage. First, there will be forgiveness and healing. Due to their high empathy and compassion, as well as their intense desire for harmony and understanding, Sigma INFJs frequently experience the process of reconciliation and healing when they are angry. In their interactions and relationships, Sigma INFJs are compelled to find a solution and bring things back into equilibrium. When they feel angry, they have a sincere desire to deal with the root problems and find a solution to any emotional rifts. Even when they are furious, Sigma INFJs can imagine themselves in others' shoes because of their empathy. This empathy makes it possible for them to comprehend many viewpoints and encourages a desire to communicate openly and honestly. As Sigma INFJs reflect, there is reconciliation and healing. Thinking back on their own feelings and behaviors, they actively search for common ground, endeavor to understand one another, and look for peaceful solutions to settle disputes. Do you, as a Sigma INFJ, engage in rapprochement and mending after the storm of rage has passed? The only personality who can maintain their composure under stress is the Sigma INFJ. Without a doubt, they have no interest in lowering themselves to the level of their adversaries. Have you ever reacted violently when having a mental breakdown as a Sigma INFJ? Do you also use the most deliberate means possible to vent your anger?